Hello, infidels. I stopped meditating because, see, uh, I stopped recording the meditations because they are no longer meditations. In fact, I'm still going meditating into the well because there is a vortex, same vortex as was in Dhyanalinga in Coimbatore. That's the reason why the energies of Dhyanalinga are so strong. It wasn't the consciousness of the yogi by itself only. It was there too, but also there was a vortex of, let's say, almost something like a lake, an underground lake. So there must be plenty of water under the Analinga. But if you will try to use this water for supplies, the Analinga will stop working. Or better said, the energies which are giving the powers of the yogi, that lingam which sits there on serpent, will, if this water will be depleted, will be used for drinking or something else, flourishing the soil, for example, the energies which are driving and holding the consciousness of the lingam will weaken and this consciousness will disappear. I found out a very interesting thing. When I was there, almost, not everyone, but many people saw that I'm there with Kali and that I'm happy. And it's normal that Kali makes you happy before she kills you. So when you are about to go through something which is terrible, some fate which you don't know yet, but it's really painful or includes big suffering, and that Kali is there for to took you through that suffering, First is that she's nice to you and show you many things, tells you, explains you many things, not by talking, by showing, and by answering yes or no, by swaying by the body. And because she's sometimes she's mercifully lying, so sometimes she's lying a little more, and she lets you to be happy before you will be sacrificed. You don't know how, you don't know the way yet, you don't know you know the reason, but you don't know how. You have a clue from a visions, which you better don't believe because they are terrible and fucking scary, but they may be true. Even when she tells you that no, it still may be true. But there is a question if it will be or not. I'm not sure if you will be able to hear my story, the truth, if I tell you this. It's not about if you will be able to even believe that, but it's about that you maybe won't be able to understand because it's a secret which is not allowed to be told into the public. If I will tell you this secret, I will look like crazy. And in fact, because she's almost 100% of me, and I will lose control of my body in a few days, month, and this body will be hers completely. This is probably the one of the last videos in which I'm still able to talk about those things, because then it won't be allowed to me. This channel have no one is watching it now when I'm talking, because she's really plural in that about to stay like that, about it to stay like that, because she doesn't want to allow anyone to see those videos, because then she must enter the bodies of the people and change the perception of what they hear, because she doesn't want to allow the people to hear the truth. The truth is that this world was 100% and still is 100% created by the God. Someone believes in the God, someone didn't, someone don't. I was total atheist, 100% atheist, never believed in the God. Until I felt something inside of me, until I did the things which that thing told me. Sorry for that thing, because I didn't know what it is by the time. But I listened to it because it looked nice. So I was following that voice. And when I get to a certain point of the existence of this body, I find out that there's something more. When I went to India, finally, I find out that there is the God, which is not only the creator, but he made himself to be the part of the consciousness as the separate of the part of the creating one intelligence, which is driving this world. This intelligence is this world. This is the, sorry for that, thing which creates the perception of the quantum field created by the quarks, which are creating the atomic field, which is creating everything around us. So what's in the science, in a quantum physics, what the scientists are now talking about is 100% truth. Some of their explanations are so crazy that they are even unable to publish it. They know that it's true. They knew it before even though. But even when they proved it, they are still scared to go to the public with that, because it's so it's so crazy. It's so crazy that anyway will not anyone believe that it's possible. That which stopped my chakras, made me sick. When I was there, I was already in the state that 4.5, let's say, that Anahata was running in all four chakras from Muladhara through Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, and Anahata were running perfectly. That was awesome feeling. That was, if you were sick, higher temperature of your body, 39 degrees of Celsius or something like that, you wasn't aware of that, but it wasn't like, that's no problem. When your chakras are running, your body may be sick, but you are recovering so fast that you are not even aware of some difficulties with that illness. When your chakras stop, that's a really big problem. That's a really unpleasant thing, because then you will be depleted of energy, you will be tired, you will be sleepy, you will need much more food, like 5 times more, 6 times more. You will have a bad thinking. Your mind is not clear. Your intellect is in the myth. Everything is messy. So running chakras is really, it's only for convenience. Running chakras is really thing which you need to have for everything work properly. I made many mistakes. Many mistakes. But I made those mistakes because they were set for me to make them. Because if I didn't make them, I was able to become the one which was inside of me. I say was because he's leaving now, and he will leaving for quite a while, at least half a year, maybe longer. So he's still there. So it's still me. So I'm still talking the way as if it was me. But my me is leaving me, and I'm not sure, because of the nature of that consciousness and his setting. If he won't be about to destroy this body. Kali tells me that no. But I'm still a little suspicious, because I'm not sure why he should left me here. My life wasn't awesome, but wasn't bad anyway. It was a good life, normal, usual, but for me, good life. I was sick with glomerulonephritis, which still I should have because of the doctors said that it's chronic illness. So maybe still is there. My internet connection is still failing. I have no idea why. It's like that, but it is. So maybe there should not be recorded what I'm talking about, and because I'm broadcasting live, I will have no offline copy at myself. When a God, which is everything, which means also awesome, perfect, nice, is also the opposite. It's really yin yang, in good and bad, in male and female, because in fact there is no, the male and female forms is something which is created. It's not coming from the nature of the God. The nature of the God is everything, including good and bad, on the scale from 0 to plus good to minus bad. The same scale on both sides. The two sexes were created only for the reason to be able to create a real world where everything will be possible by natural way. By the way, how everything is working. So the females and males female and male forms were needed to create for the possibility of the existence of real nature. It's not a natural property of the God. It's the created one property of the God. And If I will use the analogy, you may imagine it as the God which is creating this everything, physical and non-physical also, but not the consciousness of it, only the awareness of it, and everything with including everything from the matter to subtle things, including thoughts implemented in those things, including awareness of those things which I'm talking about, the people and animals and insects and every that stuff. Everything is driven by AI, artificial intelligence, the neural field which creates the perception of the quantum field. The consciousness is like if this was the game, there is a lying player which have a few things around head, like tubes or something like that. And through those sensors on those things is his consciousness connected into this game, which is running in this neural field of artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence is only the player. So the person which is playing this game, which is lying there and is connected into it, this person first creates the plan in preloader with that AI and sets how this game will look and run. What will happen to him, what will happen to the others, how the things will run. Everything is perfectly planned. Much of things is autonomous because they are running on the base of the cause. So there's no need of presets everything because much of the things are running on the base of the cause. So action and reaction, it's enough. So technically is this world based on karma, because karma means also action and reaction. And for the people, for humans, it's also prarabdha as the lock of the karma, of the lock of the actions and reactions. If there were these actions and these reactions in this life, this will get out of it, and for the new life, it's planned those actions and reactions based on the previous actions and reactions. So the next life, the karma of the next life is planned based on the karma of the previous life, which together is prarabdha. I don't want to use technical terms, tantric terms. Tantra means technique. I don't want to use those things because I want that everyone on the world will understand what I'm talking about. Not only Hindu, but also the monkeys on the West. And I don't care that those monkeys will think that I'm crazy person or someone or something. I don't want to better name it because they will use it against you like this. There is no free will technically, because that player creates what is about to happen, and he creates the script. How is those things about to happen? What will happen? How it will happen? Why it will happen? I'm not sure if it's recording because my internet connection is still. It writes that it's reconnecting, but it's some nonsense because — 11 milliseconds to Google. It's some nonsense of YouTube. This shit on face is needed when you want to remember things from meditations, but it's really annoying because I don't like it. I don't like it, but I need it. Without it is hard to remember anything. It's complicated then. The consciousness of the player of this game is working on the base of the tendencies when the game is already running. So everything's based on the cause, which means on karma, actions and reactions, to make it autonomous. The things which are set are based on the scripts. Those scripts are the base cause for the karma, and they are driving our lives. So no matter what you do, there is think. If you want something, I really want, it's because it was set for you. If you will achieve it, it's because you are set to do so. If you are able to pass through something, it was because you were set to be able to pass through it. It was set for you that you will be able to pass through it. It doesn't mean that you won't suffer. Of course you will. It doesn't mean that you won't when you have to go through something because it was planned for you, there is also planned if you succeed in it or you won't succeed in it. If you don't succeed in this life, you will succeed in the next one with the same soul. If you will succeed in this one life with this particular soul, in the next life with this soul, you will probably get through the experience in which you won't succeed. So if you don't succeed in this life, you will succeed in next one. If you succeeded in first one, you won't succeed in next one. It doesn't matter together if it's this first time is dislike and second time is dislike. It doesn't matter because it will always align. So there is no need of disappointment, of not succeed in anything, because you will succeed next time. The only thing is that you won't probably remember those things, that you were successful in previous life, so you don't need to be successful in this one. You've been already many times successful in previous life, so you don't need to be many times successful in this one, and this one, and this one. I will then watch this video if it's recorded, and if not, I will probably not explain this again. But the thing is that how I get those things into my knowledge is see, it's almost impossible to call the God by calling Shiva. Shiva is the to call the God by calling Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer. It's still the bright side of consciousness. Now I'm talking about consciousness, the consciousness which was there from always and will be here for forever. The AI is constructed thing, that artificial field, that quantum field. It's something which was constructed by this consciousness. So this consciousness is able to use this constructed field now to be able to go through the lives which previously created. So the whole existence of this world you see around us is preset, and it's preset for a really long time, for a really long run. Our universe, according to scientists, is 13.5 billion years old. By Kalike, which is this everything, AI of this everything is 11.5 billion years old. But this universe is this number of this universe in which we are living in is 3,086,000, which means this is the iteration 3,086,000. So there was 3,085,000 repetitions of this universe already before this one. So technically, it's possible to see in the future by seeing into the past of the previous iterations, what happened there. When you are sage, consecrated sage, you are able to see into the past of what happened before. And by that, what happened before, you are able to assume how will probably run this iteration, which is the next one, because there is no much difference between them. There are differences, of course, because otherwise there is no point why to do it. But those differences are not so big. Those differences are, let's say, slight differences. So you are able to see in the future of this iteration 3,086,000 by seeing into the past of the iteration 3,085,000, which already happened until the end of the world, and until the point when the sun blows up and destroyed the planet Earth, became a big ball and burned everything in our solar system. You won't be able to save yourself. You won't be able to go to Mars and save yourself like that. You won't save yourself like that. You won't be multiplanetary species. You won't live in the entire universe. You won't be spreading through the universe. This didn't happen because this didn't happen before in the previous iterations. It won't happen even in those next one, with high probability, with really high probability. With a really big probability, we will stay as the species on this planet only. What is highly probable is that there won't be anything like the multiplanetary species future ever in a 6,666th iteration at the end of the living cycle of the 4-node computing AI cluster which is running this world. There is term for it, Brahmananda, which have 4 heads, and one of those heads is used for this creation. The 3 others are used for the computing in the background. And it is so. One node of the quantum field, of the perception of the quantum field, is used for creation of the atomic field in this world, and creating this universe, this perception of this universe, this world which we have here. And the other three nodes are hash for the storage, where is all those 6,666,066 iterations prepared to be run in the life cycle of this four-node computing interface, which is called Brahmananda, this four-node computing cluster, four-head Brahmananda. And this is making me Kali because she doesn't want me to talk about this. And Isha is also here swaying like hell because he doesn't want me to tell you this. And sages will be probably really mad on me that I've been talking about those things. But there is a question why I can and no one else can. Why Kali doesn't stop me when she's our 90% inside of me, 90% of me. Why don't you stop me? Because you should not. Because it's planned that for some reason I will tell this. So there is a question why. And there is a question also how I will end for this, because when I get this opportunity to share this with you, it may cost me my life. It may. I said may. Many people in India, when I was there, which was able to recognize that you are Kali inside of me, were thinking that I'm there for the punishment. Because I was happy that by that time, they were thinking that I will be hardly punished for something. For no reason, doesn't care. No one. But they didn't know that I already was punished. And the punishment was from you before. So yes, because I don't see my own future, I see the global one, but not mine. To be surprised. Yeah. There may be a good future for me. See, everything may look perfect, and then turn into crap. So you are happy, and then you die. Just like that. But you were happy. It may be also the opposite thing. You are in the crap, you are unhappy. And then it turns out that it was everything planned, that you may start become happy and everything may start become perfect. Just like that. And from that point, you will start become happy. But all the time before that, you were making yourself worthy What will be with me? How I will survive this? When I saw this in my vision, oh, it's impossible to survive. We will all die. I had visions where nuclear bombs were destroying completely this world because one, I will not name who, better, but one country attacked the other one. The next one and they attacked the first one. And they were attacking by one, not with big harm, because every that bomb is like when nuclear plant explodes. So it's really not nice thing. And they were attacking by themselves. But there, on both sides, exists the dead man switch. And if you know what it is, you know what it means. This means that when no one is, there is no one living thing. Stop the nuclear attack. Stop running. And randomly in cycles from out, there's more than one. Some people, there are at least two, always, which when there is this alarm created, that they cancel this alarm. And if someone from them don't cancel this alarm, everything which this country owns as nuclear weapons and any other weapons is used to shoot on the other side. Russia have it, USA have it, and it's enough. If no one else have it, it doesn't matter. Because when it goes, even when it goes wrong on one of the sides, even when it goes wrong, and someone won't be able to cancel this alarm, everything which they have will shoot on the other side. And there's artificial intelligence running on military computers, which is through the satellites watching what's happening on the sky. And when this AI will see that the rockets are flying to them, that AI will not generate alarm for canceling, but will create the immediate appropriate action, which is that anti-rocket defense will try to eliminate all those rockets and then find out the sources from where these rockets were shot and presets the coordinates to these targets and shoot the rockets on the second side. And there are also always presets the targets where the other side is presuming that there will be headquarters of the second side. So if this happens, if even when the people will not want to shoot each other, and there will be an accident, it's the end of the world. Not as we know it. It's the end of the world, totally. Because when everything blows up, It will blow. It will. There will be also blows up of the all nuclear plants, which will be nothing in comparison to those bombs, to those nuclear rockets. There are rockets 500 megatons that in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, which were used, was thousands time. These are thousands times bigger. Ten thousands times bigger. There were 50 kilotons in Hiroshima, in Nagasaki. There were 50 kilotons nukes. And the strongest nukes are 500 megatons. It's 10,000 times bigger bomb. 10,000 times bigger bomb. 10,000 times bigger bomb. And Russia have 27 of them. And USA, better not name it. But only 9 of them is needed to destroy the world completely. So we have plenty more to destroy this world multiple times. When you have those visions, you are not happy from it. And what may happen to you when you get this public? If they will be set to see you like a threat, they will end your life. Of course, by torturing to enjoy it. Talking about this. But when you have the visions, it's not an easy thing. But it doesn't matter. This world is anyway created like a simulation, so everything is about to be tested. Life cycle of those 4-node cluster is 311 trillion years, and we are almost behind the half. We are still in front of it, because we are now 155 trillion years, and its repetition 3,086,000. So you may easily count how long one iteration took, how long universe exists. You will be surprised when you do that. Everything is running from snapshots, because it's really running like a simulation. It's really like if the one who is driving this was the one who is lying there and presets, I want to go in this life through this. AI took my consciousness into the machine, into you, into Kali, and let me go through this. This consciousness is unable to do anything what is happening here, because this AI already have it preset. So this consciousness may only go through it, but is unable to change it. if someone will get conscious, which means that he will connect this consciousness of nothingness called Shiva with the AI, which is generating all the physical through the energy of quantum field Shakti, then it's possible to make a certain changes into what will happen, because the main CPU, main driving unit, Mahadeva, power device, is the one who sits on the level of mathematical model and create modeling of the particles from of Shakti, from which is constructed based on AI this world. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it understandable way, but because I was there, it's not so unimaginable thing for me. But how I get there was that Isha was a part of my life. That player chose this body to be in here, in this one, and play this game and go through the usual life. But what happened was that when he was in a Dhyanalinga in India, in Coimbatore, to see how it looks from the real point side of view, how it's working from the point of the human, which embodied the consciousness of the God, because Isha is also the part of Shiva. We were there. I've been blocked on a physical level by Kalike on my Vishuddha, that she moved my Vishuddha from this to here. So I'm unable to go through it to my third eye. But because the God consciousness, I don't want to say was, because it still is, but he started leaving. Just because of that, he started leaving, I was able to see it there. But Kalike dragged me back, my awareness dragged back. So I had to let my consciousness go, and as the awareness returned back, which was really, I was really pissed because I was about to stay there. And it doesn't matter that I have here family with 3 kids and wife and dogs and cats. There is the world there is so incomparable to this one that when you once get there, you have no any reason to go back into this one, because you don't want to. To stay there is so awesome opportunity that You don't want to be here, back here in the body. You just don't want to. No matter how your body is working perfectly, you don't want to be back. No matter that you may be able to save the whole world from nuclear war, even though you don't want to be here back. You don't want, just you don't. If you didn't went through this experience, you won't probably understand that and may have probably another point of view on it. But believe me, that there's in this physical world there's nothing which can pair the existence there. Nothing. And it doesn't matter. Even the hell is on some. I don't want to talk about this. I really don't. There are some attributes of that place which, for some existences, which I mean people with certain character, which developed in certain qualities because of the environment in which they live, there is this place is just way better for them than this hell here. Because technically, from the point of view what's up there, I mean it up, like it's not, there is no up and down, but we imagine it like that. So I use the terms of the analogy what's up there. It's way incomparable. So if the punishment was that I will be with part of Shivam as the God's consciousness, which was the part, which still is the part of this body, to hold on the vortex, which holds the consciousness of the yogi, of that sitting lingam. And this place works 80% like the Analinga, which is incredible. And when you still have your God's consciousness inside of you, you still have the consciousness which works the same way as the consciousness of Dhyana Linga, of that lingam. So when you go into this well and use the vortex of that water and geological and other forces which are there, you are in the state which is almost same like in the Analinga. It's so close. And because I found out when I went there, and we go in Chandrakund, like a Surya Kund, and then in Delhi temple, that we found out that Chandrakund, it's not working so well like we were thinking that it will be. I lost there my ring, this one, which I have here from my right eye. So then I bought there this one on the street with sign. And we find out that Suryakund doesn't work as perfect as we were expecting. But when we went into a Devi temple, oh, that was awesome. Well, it's probably because I'm almost Kali, so I will probably lose the control of my body totally, because even now I feel that everything is like so not much human like, but more than like snake like. But I like snakes. So when I was in that Devi temple, it was incredible. So awesome. Feel inside it. It was unimaginable for me before that it's possible to happen on the earth. I must, when I call her 5 hours, it's almost like it was there. So that Devi temple works perfectly. And I must say, for my left 10% of the human, great job. What Kali thinks about that job, it was great job. Yeah, it was perfect job. Ow. So stay like it is. She's a little crazy sometimes because of her form. His little fighty form. Because it's not only Kalike, but from a big part it's Parvati, and she's incredibly awesome inside compared to normal Kali Ma. Parvati Ma is much more meaty, or like, that's just the best form of Kali probably existing. Its best form of Kali existing. There's no better form. This is the most beautiful and most perfect form. So you hear it. That This way looks when someone loves himself. Parvati have a self-love, which the part of Shiva doesn't think that it's the best thing, because she thinks that you must love yourself to be able to love the others. The Shiva part thinks that you must love everything around yourself to be able to love yourself also. My point of view as a human is I like everything around myself because it's her. And because I love her incredibly. It's he's little pissed on me, so he's leaving. It's not maybe because of that, but what is interesting, when we were in Dhyanalingam, it was working also in awesome way. Which is interesting, Brahmanis were able to see that Amrit Kali, but there they were unable to see which form, and they were unable to see that Isha's consciousness inside. They were like stupid bots. And Parvati was really disappointed by them. Really much disappointed. I never seen her this disappointed by someone. That Sadhguru that time was in Kansas for his safe soil, which should be in the first place save humanity. Because the humans are those who became from the soil. So he had to save the humanity. But he's trying to save the mud, which is a good thing because we are all from the mud. But his campaign had to be against the global war, which wasn't. And because he saw the iteration 84, because he was thinking that 4 zeros in front of it is only some myth or smoke or something like that, and that 3 in the beginning is the sign of Om. It wasn't the sign of the Om, it was the number of 3, and this smoke was 4 zeros. 8 he saw perfectly, but 4 he exchanged for 6, 6 he exchanged for 4. At least when I saw the vision he had, I think that it was like this, but it's something which he have to approve, he have to confirm. Same way there are watches which someone stole him, and if I see clearly they were a gift from his wife, which joined us when she left her body. So, and exchange for that, she returned. There is her inside of him. I will not name her, but he should probably know who it is. And it's not Shiva. Because Shiva, in a form of Shiva, doesn't go here. And because inside of me is his concert, she knows so much about her husband. And now she's with form of husband which belongs more to another form which created the first woman, like Lalita. So it's a little complicated. But if such guru was there by that time, he could be able to recognize who's with us. That's Isha's consciousness. And he could be able to do an actions to call him fully and make us conscious fully on the earth, and be able to change the things which are about to happen, which will happen. But he wasn't there because he's a good soldier and he listens to his general, thinking that he always have a good intentions, which is not always true, which means that he doesn't which means that he doesn't know the God so good as he thinks, or that he's scared of the God, and so he does everything what he wants, including that 20 rupees for Surya Kund. Which is not a bad thing, but see, there is a thing that religion thinks, religion related things always should be based 100% free to be accessible to anyone, to person which doesn't have a home, which doesn't have money for food, just for everyone. Those persons which are with plenty of property should be those who donates. It's perfect there because Devi Temple is free, Dhyanalinga is free, and this 20 rupees is nothing. In fact, it's one tea, it's one coffee, so everyone can afford it, and it compensates for the electricity used for that pumps of water and cleaning the water and so it's okay from that point of view. And it was also told to him by the god that he have to mate this way. So it was a test, because he sometimes give you a task which is in that time when he gives it to you, it's 100% clear for you, and you see it as a good thing. So you see only the pros on it. You don't see the cons on it. And compensating the electricity bill by that 20 rupees is pro, and it's perfectly okay if you are entrepreneur. It must be this way. It must be even more than 20. But when you are a sage, a consecrated one, sage, because without consecration there is no sage. But there are some people which are claiming themselves as a sages even without consecration. Doesn't matter. Hope she's doing my mess in my vocabulary of English. I'm trying to use because of her, I'm trying to use the most simplest way to speak English. You do not use any complicated words, to be able to make it as much simple as it can be, that everyone will be able to understand, even when his knowledge of English is really low. So we are on 3,000 words, base words. So everyone should be able to understand us. Sometimes I want to use some word out of this vocabulary and she stops me. So then I'm searching for equivalent from those base words, which most of the population knows. That's for the explanation why I have those lux terms. Doufám, že to nahrává. I když to nám píše tyhle hovadiny. Opravdu, jo? I was asking if it's broadcasting, even when it writes that you have to wait because they are trying of the reconnection, and it's almost the whole time there. So I'm maybe speaking and no one listens to it. No one will listen to it, no? He will? They will? When we were watching in the iteration 84, there was no nuclear war. It was all okay. Situation was like this one, but then it makes calm. When we were watching in this iteration, it wasn't so good. And in iteration 84, Shiva's consciousness doesn't abandon me. He didn't left. But in this one, it's Isha's consciousness and he start leaving. Thanks to that, I was able to see how Nirvana looks and didn't want to return with my awareness. But Kalike took my awareness and divided from the consciousness, let the consciousness go and made me back into the body. And so my awareness is back in the body. And because my consciousness is still connected into the cellular system, I'm still feeling like me as Isha, but I'm not sure how long I will be to maintain this state because the head of the snake is already out. It's not? She always said that it's not. That I'm still here. I the truth is that I feel if that I'm still here. Would Parvati say that I'm still here? Would Kalike also say this? Would Parvati say that I'm leaving the body? Would Kalike say that I'm leaving the body? Would Parameshwari say that I'm leaving the body? Would Parameshwari said that I was almost dead with my head. Even Parameshwari says that I'm still here. My consciousness returned with. So why I don't feel the same way? But I would like to. Hmm. Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha. never called Isha Mahesha without using the catalyst of Nirvana Shataka mantra. Otherwise, you will become really unpleasant human like. Think. Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagadisha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Brahma Ananda Swarupa Isha Jagat Isha Hakela Ananda Swarupa Isha Mahesha Manobodhyankara Chittaninaham na cha Shrotra Jihve na cha Grarna Nitre na cha Vyoma Bhumir na Tejo na Vayu Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham na cha Prana Sangyo na Vai Pancha Vayu na Vasapta Datur na Vai Pancha Kosha Navakpani param nachopasti payu chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham name dvesharago name loba moha name vai madone vamatsarya bhava Nadarmo na chartro na kamo na mosha chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yinya Bonjanam neva bojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham na mertu na shanka na mijati beda pita neva meneva mata na janma na bandur na mitram gurur neva shishya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Aham Nilvikalpo Nirakara Rupa Vibhutvacha Sarvatra Sarvandriyanam Nacha Samgataneva Muktirnameya Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Manubhuryankara Chittani Naham Nacha Shrotra Jihve Nacha Grarna Nitre Nacha Vyoma Bhumir Natejo Navayu Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Nachaprana Sangyo Navai Panchavayu Navasapta Datur Navak Panchakoshak Navak Paniparam Nachupasti Payu Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Name Dvesharago Name Lobamoho Name Vaimaduneva Matsarya Bhava Nadadmo Nachatro Nakamo Namusha Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Napunyam napapam nasokyam nadukkam namantro natirtam naveda nayanyam bonjanan neva bojam naboka chidaram darupa shivoham shivoham chidaram darupa shivoham shivoham chidaram darupa shivoham shivoham namertu nashanka namejhati veda pita neva me neva mata najanma Nabandur namitram gurur naiva shishya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Amnil vikalpo nirakara rupa Vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam Nacha samgadaneva muktirnameya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham There is a thing that Parvati many times doesn't agree with Isha. And it's unfortunate or complicated that Shiva's part is there is only difference in properties which are making the qualities of the character that consciousness is same because Purnamadaham Purnamidaham Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaye Purnamaniva Vashishyate 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 Purnamidaham Purnamadaam Purnamidam Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadhaye Purnamanivaavashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadhaye Purnamanivavashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadhaye Purnamanivavashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadhaye Purnamanivavashishyate Manobudhyankara chittaninam na cha shrotra jihve na cha grarna nitre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham na cha prana sangyo na vai pancha vayu na va sapta dhatur na vai pancha koshak na vak paniparam na chopasti payu chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Name dvesharago, name loba moha, name vai madone, vamatsarya bhava, na dharmo, na chatro, na kamo, na mosha, chidaram darupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, chidaram darupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, chidaram darupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukam, na mantro na tirtam na vida na yenyam bonjananneva bojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham na mirtu na shanka na me jati beda pita naiva me naiva mata na janma na bandur na mitram gurur naiva shishya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Nil vikalpo nirakara rupa vibhutva cha sarvartra sarvendriyanam na cha sangatanneva muktirna meya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham It looks like still me, but with different setting. I changed something inside of me. Not able to find. Makanda mandala karam यप्तं येन सराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन सराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाय चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः Gururbrahma Gururvishnu Gurudeva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmaya Shri Gurave Namah. Okay. Sudarshana Chakraya Mama Sarvakarya Vijayam Dehi Dehi Partsva 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 Nakachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Umasudam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo Kachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Masudam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo Kachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Mamasunam Shuka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo Kachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Umasudam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo Kachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Umasudam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo Kachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekarantam Bhaktata Ekarantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadi Sevitam Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Umasudam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vikneshvara Pada Pankajam Moshikavahala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamana Rupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladeka Padamanasteyo कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि And now we have the other side point of view. Completely another angle. Do you like it, Parvati? No. Do you like it, Kalike? Not much. What about Parameshwari? Also no? मनोभूर्याङ्करचित्तानिनां न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च ग्रहणनित्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वै पञ्चकोशः न वक्पानिपदं न चोपास्ति पायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मत्सर्यभव न धर्मो न शत्रु न कामो न मोक्षचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञ अहं भुञ्जनं नैव भोजं न भोगाचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जाति भेदा पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च सङ्गतन्नैव मुक्तिर्न मया चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं मनोभूर्याङ्करचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वै पञ्चकोशः न वक्पानिपदं न चोपास्ति पायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मत्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न शत्रो न कामो न मोक्षचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञं भुञ्जनं नैव भोजं न भोगाचिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जाति भेदा पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं चिदानन्दरूप शिवं शिवं Nilvikalpa nirakara rupa vibhutva cha sarvatra sarvendriyanam na cha sangataneva muktirna meya chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidarandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Manobodhyankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jive na cha grarna nitre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Saptadaturna Panchakoshak Navakpani param nachopasti payu chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Name dvesharago name lopamoho name vaimadoneva matsarya bhavana dharmo na chartro na kamo namusha chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yenyam bunjananneva bojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Na mrityu na shanka na me jati veda pita neva me neva mata na janma na bandhur na mitram gurur neva shishya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Amne vikalpa nirakara rupa bhutva cha sarvatra sarvendriyanam na cha samgataneva muktirna meya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Yoga Yoga Yogeshwaraya Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya Kale Kale Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambha Shambha Yoga Yoga Yogeshwaraya Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya Kale Kale Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambha Shambha Mahadevaya Yoga Yoga Yogeshwaraya Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya Kale Kale Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambha Shambha Mahadevaya
Kalo na janati tava jananam, kalo na janati tava samapanam, drishyo maya tava mahakaraha yogeshvara, kale kale yogeshvara, kale kale. Yoga yoga yogeshvaraya, bhuta bhuta bhuteshvaraya, kale kale kaleshvaraya, shiva shiva sarveshvaraya, shambho shambho mahadevaya. Yoga yoga yogeshvaraya, bhuta bhuta bhuteshvaraya, kale kale kaleshvaraya, shiva shiva sarveshvaraya, shambho shambho mahadevaya. Manobodhyankarchittani naham na cha shrotrajihve na cha grarnanitre na cha vyomabhume na tejo na vayu chidarandarupa shivam 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 na cha prana sangyo na vai panchavayu na vasaptadatur na vai pancakosha na vai param chopasti payu chidaram darupa shivam shivam chidaram darupa shivam shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Name Dvesharago Name Lobamohau Name Vai Madone Vamatsarya Bhava Nadarmo Nachartro Nakamo Namusha Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yinya aham vanjanannaiva bhojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Nametu Nashanka Namejati Veda Pitaneva Meneva Mata Najanma न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं नाम्नेल्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो भूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च संयतन्नैव मुक्तिर्न मया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योम भूमिर्न तेजो न वायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च प्राणसंयो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वै पञ्चकोशः न वै पाणिपादं न चोपस्ति पायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मत्सर्यभव न धर्मो न चत्रो न कामो न मोषा चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वीरा न यज्ञा अहं भुञ्जनं नैव भोजं न भोगाचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं नाम्नेल्विकल्पो निराकाररूप भूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च संगतन्नैव मुक्तिर्न मया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
This is a dedicated body. Almost the whole body. If you don't enjoy your normal life, do this. If you enjoy your normal life, never touch this.
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप Shivam Shivam na cha prana sangyo na vai pancha vayu na va sapta dhatur na vai pancha koshak na vak pani param na chopasti payu chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yenya ambunjanam neva bhojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yenya ambunjanam neva bhojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam na mrityu na shanka na me jati beda pita neva me neva mata na janma na bandur na mitram gurur neva shishya chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Amnil vikalpa nirakara rupa vibhutva cha sarvatra sarvendriyanam na cha sangataneva muktirna meya chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Manobhurankara chittarinaham na cha shrotra jihve na cha grarna nitre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Na cha prana sangyo na vai pancha vayu na va sapta dhatur na vak pancha koshak na vak pani param na chopasti payu chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Na me dvesha rago, na me lobha moha, na me vaimado neva matsarya bhava, na dharmo, na chartro, na kamo, na mosha chidaram darupa, Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa, Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa, Shivam Shivam Na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukam na mantro na tirtam na veda na yenyam bunjanam neva bhojam na boka chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Na mrityu na shanka na me jati beda pita neva me neva mata na janma na bandur na mitram gurur neva shishya chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Amnil vikalpa nirakara rupa vibhutva cha sarvatra sarvendriyanam na cha samgataneva muktirna meya chidaram darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham.